Welcome to the untold story of Ohio State's biggest upset. So I was on 247 Sports just looking at some things for the upcoming football season in 2020, and I came across an article, which is a 247 Sports fan website called Bucknuts, and an article titled Steve Says, What are OSU's toughest losses of the last 25 years? Well, while Steve has a lot to say about all the losses they've had in the last 25 years, which few they may be, he caps off with the biggest losses in his mind, and Mark Rogers even had something to say about this as well when they interviewed live about this list. Now, Steve had a top 10 list that he created of the last 25 seasons, but he also made a dishonorable mention. He has Penn State, Michigan, Michigan again, Texas, Illinois, Tennessee, and the list goes on all the way through the next 10 years after they lost to Illinois. But Steve made the top 10 list. He included the likes of Clemson, Wisconsin, Michigan State, LSU, Michigan, and Florida. But Steve, you're forgetting about one game. But Steve and Mark, you're forgetting about one game, October 2nd, 2004, which will go down, and has gone down, as Ohio State's worst and most embarrassing upset ever. It was Ohio State versus, you guessed it, the Northwestern Wildcats at Ryan Field. This 2004 Ohio State Buckeye team had the likes of a few amazing players that went on to be NFL players, and great NFL players at that. Wide receiver San Antonio Holmes, at running back Liddell Ross, and awesome, amazing kicker Mike Nugent. Anybody that knows anything about NFL football and how good these players are or were knows that this Ohio State team was packed with talent, and these, just to name a few. And also behind them was a senior quarterback, Zwick. Now, before this video was made, can anyone that's not a Northwestern fan name these two people? It's probable that you could. These are about the only two recognizable names that I really know that went into the NFL. Running back Noah Herron and quarterback Brett Bazinet. That's it. No one knew these players coming into this game, at least on a national level, and most would say even at a Big Ten level. Ohio State was already ranked in the top 25. This was the fourth game of the year for Ohio State. They had notched 3 wins over 3 good schools: Cincinnati, Marshall, and North Carolina State. On the other hand, the Northwestern Wildcats had a rough start to their season, with a loss to TCU, and then a loss to Arizona State, and then a win by a very narrow margin of 3 points versus the Kansas Jayhawks. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I may, I would like to introduce to you the untold story of Ohio State's most unlikely, possibly the worst, upset of all time, 2004 at Evanston, Northwestern unranked 1-2 versus top-ranked Ohio State 3-0. Ladies and gentlemen, here you have it.
Thrilling overtime win for the Wildcats, clinched by running back Noah Herron's 3rd touchdown of the game. Recently, Noah sat down with Rob Coons to look back at that unforgettable night.
I got in trouble that week for saying some things, just like, hey, they're just Ohio State, they're like any other guys. I just felt that no matter who was on the other side, it didn't matter to me. I was going to have a good game, and I was going to play hard. You know, when you got a team like that coming into your own house, it's like you got to do everything you can to make sure that they don't leave with points.
Illinois is alive. Tonight, for just the 9th time in the 78 years of Ryan Field, a Northwestern game will be played under the lights. Tonight, the Ohio State Buckeyes hope their undefeated record can withstand the glare. It's the 6th-ranked Buckeyes against the homestanding Northwestern Wildcats. But he wasn't necessarily on top of his game. Ohio State begins trying to pass the football, but Zwick can't get away from Nick Roach. A sack on the first play of the game, loss of 5. Along with Mel Tucker. Bazinet on the run, complete. First down yards. Ashton Akins. Ryan Huffman, senior from Schaumburg, Illinois, on to attempt a 41-yard field goal. He's had his difficulties, to say the least, so far this year, but you wouldn't know it by that boot. Right down the gut, and Northwestern draws first blood.
And Brandon Robertson.
Jeff Backus with Field on the 5. Backus returned one for a touchdown a week ago. Got to go 2 for 2. Only the kicker to beat, and Nugent trips him up at the 50. Bazinet wants to run for, and Bazinet has the first down.
And not make big mistakes.
Another screen set up. Herron with the football. Herron with the touchdown. Noah Herron, a 14-yard touchdown for a score. His 4th touchdown of the year. Third down conversions. Ohio State, 2 out of 5 so far. Pass complete to Holmes. Breaks a tackle. Trying to go somewhere. Loses the football. Kicks it and then falls on it. The Buckeyes need to get to the 36-yard line. Zwick just throws it away under heavy pressure. And Zwick is brought down. Another sack by the Northwestern defense. And a fumble gives the ball to the Cats. John Pickens got in there, stripped the football away, and gives it back to Northwestern. Bazinet on the run, has a man, has a first down. Ashton Akins, gain of 11 for the senior from Detroit. They have timeouts to spare. So after a complete pass, if he stays in bounds, no worries, they'll call timeout. Fillmore gets good yards, and a timeout is immediately called with 3 seconds remaining in the first half, and Randy Walker will send on the field goal unit. But lifetime, Northwestern is just 2-6 at home during night games. For the lead, Huffman makes the 40-yarder. And Huffman and the Wildcats scamper into the locker room after 30 minutes of play with a lead on the 6th-ranked team in the country.
That gets frustrating.
Third down and 5. Pass complete to Fields. Fields with good wiggle gets across the 50 out to the 46. Gain of 17. Third down and 10. Northwestern has done very well in this situation. Pass is low but scooped up by Jonathan Fields.
Otherwise, give Brian Huffman a chance to add to this lead.
Northwestern needs to get closer to the 15-yard line. Fillmore has it in space. First down, touchdown, Northwestern. Fillmore, his first career touchdown, comes at an opportune time for NU.
Or Maurice Claret.
3rd and 6, big play for Justin Zwick and the Buckeyes. Zwick throws it to no one in particular.
Feel it turning the other way.
Quick hitter. Has a man. Pass is complete to Fillmore. His 9th catch.
Fantastic throw and catch.
Bazinet wants to run with room. Gets out to the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Pass complete. Another first down for Northwestern. Jonathan Fields will not be denied.
Northwestern's doing a heck of a job offensively.
9th play of the drive. This has consumed some time off the game clock. Herron breaking tackles, throwing a stiff arm. Gets inside the 10. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. Bazinet fakes the inside handoff. Has a man complete. Herbert with the catch. Out of bounds at the 2.
I'm saying they were blowing it dead.
3rd and goal. He didn't get there.
Well, I thought I saw a surge and he was in. Maybe we're going to get a late one. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Northwestern. Joe next to Justin Zwick in the backfield. Man in motion is Childress. Zwick on the rollout. Sandwiched and brought down. John Pickens. First and goal. Pittman, the deep back, has the football, looking for the edge. No way. Great defensive play by Dominic Price. Empty backfield. Swift. Oh, no, not what the doctor ordered. Great defensive play. John Pickens, his second sack of the ball game. Loss of 13. It's touchdown or bust for Ohio State. Swift, intercepted. Jeff Backus with the pick. The kid from Columbus. Third down and 7. From here, it would be close to a 40-yard field goal. Swick with time. Time running out. Has to throw it out of bounds. Mike Nugent already 2 for 2 today. With this 40-yard attempt, should he make it, he would tie Dan Stoltz for the most field goals at Ohio State. This would be his 59th of his career. No good. Mike Nugent misses from 40 yards. Second down and long. Design quarterback run. Bazinet. Pushed out of bounds inside the 5. 19-yard gain. Herron wins the game. A gorilla has jumped off the back of the Northwestern Wildcats. They hadn't defeated Ohio State in Evanston since 1958. They hadn't beaten them anywhere since 1971. Fever here in Evanston.
All the wins you've had, where does this one rank?
Oh, it's pretty high up there right now. But you know, it feels good right now, and I'm thrilled for our kids. You know, it all goes back to them, and they did a great job today, hung in there, and hope they have a good time tonight.
I'm sure they will, Coach. They will. Congratulations.
Our final score in overtime, Northwestern beats Ohio State 33-27. Ohio State now 0-1 in Big Ten play.